Wind coming from the south, 5 miles per hour. Overcast, may have some showers. Let's go down to the field to the third member of our team here, Sarah Kusta.
Guys, I know you can feel it. The energy is palpable here for a rivalry that has permeated the state all week. Now, these rosters are littered with homegrown Iowa players who understand the significance of what this game means to a state where there is no pro team. BC, you mentioned it. Iowa has won the last 4 straight. However, the last time these two teams met right here at Jack Trice Stadium 2 years ago, it took an overtime shootout for the Hawkeyes to secure a victory. For this one, the noise is literally and figuratively at an all-time high. A ranked Iowa team and an Iowa State group trying to get back there with a track record for knocking some off. So it is time for one side to secure some bragging rights for the next 365.
You're right about that, Sarah. Matt Campbell, head coach of the Cyclones. His Cyclones won the toss. They've opted to defer. Campbell in his 4th season. You know, he started off 1-8, now a game over 500. And the Dean of College Football Coaches, Kirk Ferrett's 21st season, longest tenure coach in college football, winningest coach in Iowa history, 154 wins. Peyton Paddock, he will be kicking things away, and back deep is the dangerous Amir Smith-Marset for the Hawkeyes. The 67th meeting of the Cy-Hawk rivalry game is underway here in Ames. Touchback, and the Hawkeyes have started their own 25. Here comes Nate Stanley. 6 touchdown passes, no picks, first 2 games. He's got a career 58 touchdown passes, 3rd most in program history. You know, he's thrown a TD pass in 7 straight games, longest streak of his career.
Yeah, and really interested to see how offensive coordinator Greg Ferentz comes out and tries to attack this defense. As we mentioned, John Haycock does a lot of different things. It's a 3-man front. They have 3 linebackers, but the safety, Eisworth, is usually up in the mix. It's a lot of fun to try and just figure out what they're trying to do.
Stanley, first pass knocked away. Marcel Spears Jr. knocking things away. He was looking for Nate Wheating, the tight end. And the Hawkeyes offense was main target. Amir Smith-Marset matched his career high, 4 catches. And each of the first 2 games had 113 yards receiving last week.
Haycock does such a great job with this defense. You can see Spears right there. Not just comfortable to get into his drop. Great job watching the eyes of Stanley breaking on that ball and knocking it away.
Ivory Kelly Martin alongside Stanley. He gets the call up the middle for maybe a couple. 3rd down coming in this Cyclone defense. It is led by Ray Lima. He's the anchor of that defense up front. They've got Jaquan Bailey. He needs just 1 more sack to become the Cyclones' all-time sack leader. His 18.5, that's 6th most by an active FBS player.
Yeah, and Lima doesn't have any sacks in his career, but he really affects the play. He's one of those true nose guard types. So hard to move out of the middle, and it can really just throw your blocking schemes completely off.
Cyclones show pressure. Stanley, plenty of time, over the middle, complete. Amir Smith-Marset with the catch. Move the chains, that's a 1st down.
Marset did a great job there. Knew he was going to be taking a hit from Rose. Goes up, hangs on to it. And a little bit of rain, not always easy to see with the broadcast. A little bit of rain coming down those new gloves. Pretty good with the tackiness. Smith-Marset, nice job hanging on to that ball.
At 113 yards receiving, 4 catches last week for the Hawkeyes. 3 TDs he's got. That's tied for the most in the Big Ten. 11-yard pickup. Sargent now. Up the middle. Brought down by Greg Eisworth. Pickup of 5 for the Hawkeyes.
Talked about Eisworth and how key he is to this defense. Again, it's kind of 3-3-5 by the numbers. They said they're going to have the best 11 on the field, and it was in this game a year ago that this defense was unveiled. So it's a little bit different, but Eisworth, he calls the defense, and a lot of times you see him right up into the line of scrimmage, making plays just like that.
Brady Ross is the fullback. Sargent, the tailback. Here's 2nd and 4. Stanley again through the air. Got a man. Complete. Tyron Tracy makes the catch. 15-yard pickup.
No defense is perfect. And Brian Ferentz spoke to us in the meeting and thought that they would have some opportunities outside the numbers. And again, no matter what your defensive structure is, you're going to be great against certain plays, and there are some plays where you're going to have some problems. The deep outside, the intermediate to deep outside zones kind of exposed with the way that they play this defense.
From the Cyclone 29, this is the freshman Goodson. He gets the carry. Pickup of 3.
And that's a name, Tyler Goodson, that the Hawkeye fans are going to be excited to hear for years to come. Brian Ferentz told us about the recruiting of Goodson. They got in on him early and weren't so sure that another school wouldn't come in and swoop him away. A great family. They love this Iowa program. And they got him, and he has got some zip. We could see it in the walkthrough when we went a couple weeks ago to see them as in their preparation for Miami, Ohio. He's got some speed.
Here's 2nd down. Stanley again through the air. He's got another man open and overthrew him. In the direction of Tyron Tracy. Boy, he broke. He was open.
Yes, and Brian Ferentz in our meeting told us they were going to have some opportunities with play action. Nate Stanley's going to want that one back. Was a little bit late on this throw to Tracy, and of course threw it a little bit too far. But he gets that ball out of his hands a little bit sooner. Probably a more accurate throw, at least something that Tracy would have had an opportunity to pull in.
11th play of this drive for the Hawkeyes. 3rd and 8. Stanley keeps it up the middle. He's got a 1st down. Eisworth brings him down at the 16-yard line, but not before Nate Stanley picks up 10 yards of his own.
And a great block on this play.
Ivory Kelly Martin,
wow,
running back.
And he just he just takes Spears out right at the thigh in that one. Nice job lead blocking, and that's a little bit of a different look. People aren't going to expect Nate Stanley to run right up the middle like that. Again, Brian Ferentz pulling out all the stops.
In the red zone, you can see the Hawkeyes, when they get into the red zone, they score points. 9 for 9. 6 of them have been touchdowns. No gain there by Mekhi Sargent.
Pretty good opening drive here from Iowa. And again, it was in last year's game that the defensive coordinator, John Haycock, unveiled this new look offense, and Iowa struggled with it at home last year. Only 271 yards total offense in that game. They're really moving the ball well, changing things up, changing up tempo. Great play calling by Brian Ferentz.
5 wide here. Stanley looking, plenty of time. Throws, complete. Reganey again makes the catch. 6-yard pickup. 3rd down coming for the Hawkeyes.
And you said that right there. Maybe Iowa fans thought they would never hear something like that. 5 wide from the Hawkeyes. No true tight ends in that one at tight end U. Obviously, you have a couple of those guys get drafted in the 1st round last year. Fant and Hawkinson. 5 wide for a program that loves to use its tight ends.
Handoff. Sargent wrapped up right before he hit that 1st down marker by Mike Rose.
Rose does a great job coming in and cleaning up on this one. Then had a chance, stepped through a tackle, but Rose was right there waiting, along with Justin Bickham.
Here comes the field goal unit for the Hawkeyes, and Keith Duncan. Duncan hit a 46, 43-yarder last week. He's 4 for 4. This will be from 25 yards out. The junior out of North Carolina. And he's still perfect. Make it 5 for 5 on the season. And the Hawkeyes have come to Ames storm chasing. They get on the board first, 3-0. 3-0 our score here in the first quarter. Hawkeyes got the football first. They go 15 plays, 68 yards. They do it in 7 minutes, 23 seconds. They get on the board with the field goal. Caleb Shudak will kick things away. Johnny Lane back deep for the Cyclones. This is Lane from his own 5. To the 14, and he is smothered. Here in the first quarter in Ames, Iowa, the rain has started to come down a little bit harder. Had a lightning strike as well during the break.
I can't believe that you said the storm chasing thing before. With what happened to us last week, why would you bring that on us like that? 2.5-hour delay. This is your fault.
They've asked us to pull some of our cameramen from the field because of the lightning strike. Johnny Lang in the backfield alongside Brock Purdy. High snap. Purdy throws. And caught. Deshaunte Jones makes the catch. First down, Cyclone.
Well, Deshaunte Jones is adding to the total for the year. That's his 15th reception of the year, 14 catches in their only game against Northern Iowa in the opener.
Due to weather moving into the area, we have a lightning delay.
Well, there you go. As I told you in the break, they did have a lightning strike. That was the reason why we had to remove all of our photographers from the field. Catch has been confirmed, so it is a first down for the Cyclones, but we have a weather delay because of the hard rain and the lightning that is over top of us here in Ames. Welcome back to Ames, Iowa for the 67th meeting of the Cy-Hawk rivalry game. The 19th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes taking on the Iowa State Cyclones as we wrap up a 49-minute weather delay. Johnny Lane gets the carry up the middle. Hit by Geno Stone, driven backwards. They're going to credit him with 7 yards on that carry. He's to the Cyclone 45.
You heard those guys back in the studio talking about it. I think especially on the defensive side of the ball, it's a game of intensity. You got to play with controlled fury. You're not necessarily seeing that out of Iowa right now.
Swings it out the lane. Slips a tackle. First down for the Cyclones. 49-yard line. 4-yard pickup.
We just talked about this. Just swing that ball out. Kind of extended handoff there. Lang does a nice job getting upfield, making Neiman miss on the outside. They're moving the ball.
Another swing out. Deshaunte Jones throws it. He's got a man wide open. LaMichael Petway. Touchdown. Iowa State, 51 yards. Cyclones had 49 minutes to design some trickery.
I got a feeling that trickery has been in there for quite some time. Again, trying to take advantage of some young faces in that secondary. You give them a look that they've seen on film hundreds of times. You go with the same formation, you go with the same motion, you throw the ball to the player they expect. The secondary reacts coming up to stop the run, and you throw it behind them.
Connor Sally nails it. You know, the Hawkeyes have got about 4 DBs out injured in this game. And they were exposed here as LaMichael Petway, the grad transfer from Arkansas, puts the Cyclones on top, 7-3. 7-3 our score here in Ames. Cyclones hit the Hawkeyes with the double pass and a touchdown to LaMichael Petway. 5 plays, 86 yards. They do it in 1:49. Deshaunte Jones, that was his second career pass attempt, his first touchdown pass. Peyton Paddock, he's going to kick things away. Amir Smith-Marset back deep for the Hawkeyes as the sun comes out here in Ames. Marset from his own goal line. Oh, he's dropped at the 12. Here's 1st and 10 for the Hawkeyes. Torrin Young gets the carry, cuts back, pounds his way. He's about a yard shy of a first down pickup of 9.
I like the way that Torrin Young got vertical on this play. A lot of space on the backside of the defense opened up, but he stayed nice and tight to his blockers, got vertical as soon as he could. He's got some nice positive yardage.
From the eye. Young again. Hit. Right at the line of scrimmage. Bobby McMillan came firing through.
You see, going traditional eye back here with a 3-man front, you think that you're going to get a numbers advantage. But Spears did a great job getting in on that one, along with Bobby McMillan flying in, slicing in, making a tackle. Great job from this Iowa State defense. You can see they're playing with a lot of intensity right now.
3rd and 1. 3 tight ends for the Hawkeyes. They give it to the fullback. Brady Ross. That's good enough for a first down.
That's right, fullback. Not tight end, a fullback. We don't have those a lot in college football right now. You can see Ross not actually elevating much on that play. That's not why he's there. you gotta hand that thing to those fullbacks every now and then, because you know you're going to be setting them in on some sort of ISO play. You know, go run into a brick wall at full speed. Okay, coach, I'll do that. Just throw me a bone every now and then.
Well, we played 1 quarter here at Jack Trice Stadium. 7-3 is our score. Cyclones on top of the Hawkeyes. At a sold-out Jack Trice Stadium here in Ames. We played 1 quarter, beginning the 2nd quarter of play. We take a look at the stats. Hawkeyes have had it a lot longer. In fact, they're 4th in the nation when it comes to time of possession. And they've got the rock right down. Stanley. Back to pass. Over the middle, complete. Reganey, first down. Puts his head down. Picks up 18 for the Hawkeyes. Anthony Johnson makes the stop.
Nice job by Reganey, but a nice job by Young in the backfield as well with the block. Brought the blitz off of the slot. Stanley had some time to find Reganey underneath. Nice job, nice pickup.
Hawkeyes at their own 49. I formation. Play fake to Young. Under pressure, Stanley throws it. He was looking for Tyron Tracy. Double covered.
This has been the knock on Nate Stanley. He's had a lot of NFL attention. Maybe not as much attention among college football media. But the knock on him is that he's been inaccurate on the long ball. You can see it right there. Just put a little bit too much on it. I guess in his defense, if you're going to miss a throw like that, you do want to miss it long, so at least it doesn't get intercepted.
5 of 11 for 58 yards. Started 3 for 4. He's gone just 2 of 7 since. And I think we got a false start here.
A little movement in the slot.
By the way, I got to mention it, Robert. Again, we had to remove some of our cameramen. They had another lightning strike.
Offense. Number 68. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
So we're down to just 1 camera.
This is it, huh?
What's the saying? Say, don't kill the messenger. I'm just...
Come on, Darren, our man Darren here. He can go down. He can take one of those cameras. Don't they have lightning protective gear?
the I formation this time. Sargent, the tailback. Pressure. They throw the screen to Sargent. Cross midfield and pushed out of bounds. Brent Eisworth came firing up.
Boy, a perfect call there by offensive coordinator Brian Ferentz. Lawrence Wright came flying off of the edge on that play. But they had the perfect call. The screen to the place vacated by White. Perfect call for that blitz.
3rd and 9 from midfield. Stanley. Under pressure. Spins out. Across the middle. Too high. He was looking for Nico Reganey.
Dangerous throw right there. Does a nice job escaping. You know, my man Matt Leinart always tells me that they told him not to pull up in that area off the tackle box. You got somebody pursuing you a lot of times. Stanley fortunate that he didn't have somebody there and he didn't get that one picked off the deflection.
Second consecutive punt after that opening drive. Field goal by the Hawkeyes. 67th meeting between these two programs. 7-3 our score here in the second quarter. Well, while you were away, they made the announcement we're in another weather delay. As I told you during that last series, there was a lightning strike within 8 miles here of the stadium. It's a live look of what it looks like here right outside Jack Trice Stadium. So they have just pulled both teams off the field. We had a 49-minute weather delay because of lightning and rain in the first quarter after playing about 7 minutes. We just had here another one here at the beginning of the second quarter after about 1:30 of play. As we're getting ready to resume play here in the second quarter after a 2-hour and 6-minute weather delay, our second of this game. In fact, we've had more weather delays than we've had touchdowns scored in this football game. Brian Custer alongside Robert Smith.
We've had more delays in the last 2 weeks than we've had airtime.
You're right about that. Sarah Kustak's with us as well. So both teams now basically have had the football 3 times. Hawkeyes have had it 3 times. They've managed a field goal. This will be the 3rd offensive possession coming up here for the Cyclones. They've managed 1 touchdown. Hey, these Cyclones are diehards. He's right. That student section, they stood out in the driving rain the entire time.
Well, no, not the entire time. Remember, they did leave their seats briefly to go run down onto the field until security told them to get off the field. That was the only time that that section left their seats. And then there were people sliding down the hills. I mean, those, you know, it's kids, man. They were having fun.
So if you're the Hawkeyes, should your antennas be up? Because the last time we had a weather delay, you fell for the banana in the tailpipe, and the Cyclones came out and hit you with the double pass.
Hey, know your responsibility. I think that's all it comes down to. And no matter what it is that they run, certain players have certain responsibilities on certain plays. And again, you're talking about a young player, Johnson, there at cornerback, in because of the injury to Hankins in the secondary. Just got his eyes up on the run when he didn't have run support. The safety was there for that. He needed to stay on the receiver. He didn't.
Sheldon Croney, the senior, beside Brock Purdy. As we begin the second quarter here in Ames. Purdy rolling, throwing, that's Petway. And knocked out of bounds. Pickup of 7. Cyclones trying to knock off the Hawkeyes here in Ames for the first time since 2011, and looking to beat a ranked Hawkeye squad for the first time since 2005. Purdy keeps it, keeper. Kristen Welch brings him down, but not before Purdy picks up 8.
Well, we talked during the first delay about emotion and how important it is to play in this game of football, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And after that first break, the Iowa defense didn't look as physical. They looked a little bit flat. It looked the same way right now. Credit Tom Manning, the offensive coordinator for Iowa State, doing a nice job changing up formations, doing a lot of shifts. But Iowa doesn't
swing it out to Jones. Maybe picked up a yard there. You like what you've seen out of Brock Purdy so far? Remember, against Northern Iowa, there was a lot of talk here in Ames, like, why was he just in the pocket? Purdy seems to be more effective when he's on the move, and we've seen that thus far.
Yeah, and that's what the offensive coordinator Tom Manning had said. You're going to go ahead and get him onto the edges a little bit, let him air out the ball downfield. Now, it was Deshaunte Jones that took the shot downfield. We might see it from Purdy here at some point.
7 of 8 is Purdy. And it's a first down. Charlie Kohler, the tight end.
Boy, really nice job here. Purdy is just so poised. The true sophomore sitting in there. Offensive line did a great job with the protection. Iowa has got to come up with a way to get some pressure into that backfield. Take a shot, play action.
Kane Nwangu, that pass complete to Petway. He's across midfield. 3-yard pickup.
Smartly, Phil Parker, the defensive coordinator, not leaving his young freshman out there in man-to-man coverage, though, letting him sit back in his own.
There's Coach Parker. 2nd and 7. Purdy gets the play from the sideline. Over the middle, crossing route. The tight end. That's Dylan Sainer. Or Kohler, excuse me, Charlie Kohler with the catch. 5-yard pickup.
Kohler does a nice job stepping over the tackle there. But you got to try and get upfield as soon as you can, not be horizontal.
3rd and 2. The middle, breaking tackles. Finally brought down at the 32. Jack Kerner made the stop. 11-yard pickup by the redshirt junior.
A lot of chasing, not a lot of physical converging on the ball from Iowa.
Quickly to Milton on the outside. Another 3-yard pickup.
It's tough enough to keep your intensity up here in the booth, right? I mean, for a defense, it just requires so much emotion to play. And even after that first break, I'm not making excuses for Iowa defensively, but they just got to step it up. This is a rivalry game. You got to bring it.
5 seconds on the play clock. Purdy keeps it. And it's loose. Let's see if Kerner came up with it for the Hawkeyes. Looked like that was right at the same time. Kerner came up with it.
And Geno Stone does a great job here. You see him coming in for the tackle and just boop, pops that ball right out. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a fumble.
So the first turnover goes to the Hawkeyes. And one of the things that Coach Campbell told us, no turnovers.
Well, Iowa hasn't turned the ball over in this series.
In this series, since 2015.
Since 2015. And Purdy, we see this so many times. Guys fighting for extra yardage, lose those pressure points on the football, get just a little bit lax with your ball security, and great defenders, well-coached defenders like you have at Iowa, are going to punch that thing out.
And could this be a turning point? We'll see. Stanley throws to the outside. Marset finally driven out of bounds.
Long throw right there. It's one those NFL scouts love to see. Those wide hashes in college football. Can he get the ball outside the numbers with some authority? And you saw that there from Stanley. Nice job.
8-yard pickup. This is Mekhi Sargent, and he is met by Jaquan Bailey. Give him one. 3rd down and 1. Hawkeyes 50% on 3rd down, 4 of 8. Stanley will keep it, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I'm really surprised that Iowa State, we talked about how different this defense is. It's a standard 3-man front. When you're in a short yardage situation like that, that they didn't change the defense, because you've got 3 men down against 5 blockers, a quarterback sneak. Clearly the call you'd expect in a situation like that. Surprised they didn't go to a 4-man or more front to try and stop that one.
And Hawkeye offensive line, some big boys. Most of them over 300 pounds. Sargent to carry, left side. He's got an opening. Mekhi Sargent is loose and across midfield. Greg Eisworth stopped him, but not before Sargent picked up 22.
Brian Ferentz talked about the importance of explosive plays and the percentage of drives that end up in touchdowns with and without explosive plays. We talked about it. This is what you need to do. From a scheme standpoint, nothing special there. Sargent's just got to make a play, and you see he's stepping through tackles, making big plays. He understands the importance here.
And they'll give him the rock again. Right side. And Marcel Spears Jr. said, no way. Ray Lima there as well.
Yeah, Lima came to clean that one up. He said, no, we're not going to have it this way. They do a great job of taking on blockers, standing them up, and just throwing them away. Really, they're extremely well coached. It's one thing to get people in the right position. It's another thing to have them know how to physically handle the person lined up over them.
Stanley drives it downfield to Brandon Smith. That's a 1st down for the Hawkeyes. A 12-yard pickup.
Excellent timing on this route, on this throw. This is something they're working on in practice, I'm sure, all the time. Stanley doesn't even wait for his receiver to turn around and delivers that ball perfectly and locates it exactly where it needs to go to give Smith the best chance to catch it as soon as he turns around.
Under 2 minutes until the half. Torrin Young maybe lost the yard. Marcel Spears once again on the tackle. They'll mark it right at the line of scrimmage. So it's 2nd and 10 from the Cyclone 35. Minute 20 until the half. Keep in mind the Cyclones will get the football at the beginning of the 2nd half. 8th play. Here, this drive. Stanley. Complete. Regaining. Slips the tackle. Inside the 37-yard pickup. Under a minute left until the half. 3rd down for the Hawkeyes. plenty of time. Regaining makes the catch. He's got a first down. 20 seconds. And we got a timeout call by the Hawkeyes. They've got 2 more.
Charge timeout. Iowa.
Great call there. Getting a big first down as we head towards halftime.
9th play, or 10th play of this drive. They've gone 9 plays, 57 yards after the turnover. Brandon Smith at the bottom of your screen. Stanley looks, gets it to Smith. He's brought down. Michi Walker with the stop. Another timeout by Iowa.
Timeout, Iowa. Their second. It will be a 30-second timeout.
Weeding and Smith are usually the guys they look for. Stanley to the outside. That's Ivory Kelly-Martin. And Michi Walker pushes him out of bounds. Couple seconds. And Coach Ferentz gets that timeout with a second left.
30-second timeout.
Duncan already 1 for 1 today, looking to stay perfect. And drills that one through. 7-6 now. Our score as we go to the half. Cyclones will have the football when we come back. The State Farm halftime show. Mike, Brady, Reggie, they're coming up. 67th meeting of the Cy-Hawk rivalry. 19th ranked Iowa taking on the Iowa State Cyclones. Brian Custer alongside Robert Smith. Sarah Kustok is with us as well. So far, when you look back on the first half, Robert, story of the game has been a turnover and 1 big play.
That's the nature of football, though, and that's why we love it so much, because it's really the ultimate team sport. And most of the games come down to 2 or 3 plays. You don't know beforehand which 2 or 3 plays it's going to be.
Iowa State has certainly got to get the running game going. Caleb Shudak will kick things away to Johnny Lang. Lang from his own end zone. Across the 20. Let's go down to the field. Sarah Kustok. What you got, Kus?
Got a chance to catch up with both coaches. Let's start with Iowa head coach Kirk Ferentz, who, when talking about the delays, he said it's hard to prepare for things like that, but liked the way his team responded in forcing the fumble. He said it's just been good team play. They knew what to expect out of this Iowa State defense. Now it's just about making reads, making plays. As for Matt Campbell, the word was aggressive. Aggressive in their tackles. These field conditions are unique, and aggressive in looking to make plays and move the ball, but it was all about taking care of the ball. He knows how important ball protection has been in this series, and it needs to be again tonight.
And Nwangu gets the carry. Brought down by Chauncey Golston. And for Nwangu, just his second carry. You know, Brock Purdy, he's carried most for the Cyclones. He's got 5 of them. Basically, all the other backs have just 1 as you look at the numbers for the sophomore.
A lot of poise, really, for this young man, a true sophomore, his first time in this game. And you can see LaMichael Petway, the transfer from Arkansas, graduate transfer. Purdy catches a year ago for Arkansas, coming here and making an impact.
Fake the pitch to Nwangu. Purdy over the middle. He's got a man wide open. Tariq Milton. He's got speed. Milton is going to go all the way 73 yards, and the Cyclones have struck again.
Confusion in the secondary here for Iowa. Good play design. Guys just get lost. Not able to keep up with Milton, the speedster. We'll break that play down a little bit more specifically.
Redshirt sophomore out of Cincinnati. Here's Connor Asali. Boots it through. Offensive coordinator Tom Manning told us Tariq Milton can become our best outside threat. And he just showed us. Lightning has struck twice here in Ames.
I wondered how many times we were going to do that.
14-6 here in Ames. Third quarter as the Cyclones start the second half with a big play thanks to the sophomore Tariq Milton. 73-yard touchdown. Pitch and catch. Peyton Paddock will kick things away to Amir Smith-Marset. This is Marset from his own 6. And across the 25. And once again, I think we got some confusion with the freshman.
And we've got some youth back here. Kerner at the safety spot is a sophomore, and then Johnson's a freshman. We're going to see some cross action here. And you've really got zone coverage. And Johnson would have the outside zone, but once a receiver gets to a certain depth, you have got to stay on that receiver. You can't really exchange at that point. You can see they both end up on the outside, and that allows Milton to go across the field with nobody covering.
Keep in mind, Johnson is starting for Matt Hankins, the junior, who's injured with a hamstring injury for the Hawkeyes in that secondary. Here's Stanley, back to throw. And almost intercepted by Mike Rose. Nate Stanley has thrown 99 pass attempts without an interception and almost threw his first.
Tries to get this ball into Reganey and just doesn't get enough air under it. Doesn't see that Rose is kind of angling underneath it. Poor decision there by Stanley. The loose ball, but you can't just throw it anywhere.
He takes a hit afterwards. Keep in mind, Colin Olson is starting at center because their regular center, Colin Newell, is injured.
How to improve the mindset of his team. They've done a great job so far tonight.
Reganey calls for a fair catch. This one goes into the end zone. When we come back, Nate, he's got to be great. His Hawkeyes are down 14-6. 14-6. Our score in this rivalry game. We take a look at the quarterback comparison. Consider this is the first time Brock Purdy has played in this rivalry game, and so far he has outdueled the senior Nate Stanley.
Looked as calm as can be. Didn't like that last decision on that previous throw. That's easy to say up here in the dry press box.
Here's Stanley. Plenty of time. Now pressured. Flushed. Throws. Complete. And that's complete to Nate Wheating.
This is experience at the quarterback position when you're going to try and take a chance on something late in a play. Make sure it's in an area that's not near any defender. Nice job by Wheating there. They want to get him more involved in the offense.
First catch of the season for him, and this is tight end U here.
I was just getting ready to say, tight end U.
Stanley, the screen, Goodson. And he is hit at the 20-yard line. Jake Hummel.
That's one of those plays you get to the line of the scrimmage as a running back. You know what they're calling out of the defense. Watch the screen, watch the draw. They do go with the screen there. With Goodson able to make the most out of it. But the Iowa State defense clearly ready for that one. And most teams are in that situation. Not a whole lot of plays as options on 2nd and 30.
Over the middle. And caught. Amir Smith-Marset.
That play, that was an absolute laser from Nate Stanley. And you can see why NFL scouts are so excited. And he delivers that ball in a very tight window through the defenders. Didn't have a lot of air on that thing as well. So you know he had some power behind that one. He's got a very quick release, but the ball got there in an instant and barely dropped.
Needed
Perfect delivery.
Needed 22, got 27. Here's Ivory Kelly. Martin running hard. And the junior is about a yard shy of a first down. Coming up on 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. This is Kelly Martin again, first down over that right side.
Two tights, or tight end, two backs, 21 personnel. You're going to go with your three-man front. We're going to go ahead and go a little bit bigger on you and then just run the football. People love going eye football because you get that fullback lined up in the back and it's balanced. You can attack the defense and get an extra blocker on either side of the ball.
8th play coming of this drive from the eye. The freshman, Goodson, shakes. Gets it outside. He's got speed. Delivers the shoulder on Eisworth. 14-yard pickup by Tyler Goodson.
Little counter step here. And you just can't coach something like that. You can't coach that type of speed. Tyler Goodson does a great job there. Some nice blocking up front. But it's just the explosiveness. And guys just aren't ready when a running back is that much faster than everybody else.
Stanley looks over the middle. Brandon Smith had it and dropped it. Datron Young right with him.
Stanley got that ball where he needed to get it. Face mask height. Nice little post. Again, I hear the quarterback say it. I hear Klatt say it all the time. You know, if you're going to nitpick, not that I'm nitpicking, just a little bit high, but a nice throw right there.
You can see what Nick
should have been caught.
Has done here. Marset, the jet sweep. Line of scrimmage, Eisworth, the stop. 3rd and 10 for the Hawkeyes. From the Cyclones' 26-yard line. Iowa 2 of 5. Or 7 of 12. Check that on 3rd down. They've converted 58% of them. Stanley. Pressure up the middle. Flips it. Goodson. And brought down by Eisworth. The junior out of Grand Prairie, Texas.
Eisworth, you can see him lined up here. And again, this is a player that has to do a lot from that star position. Sees Goodson coming out of the backfield and does a nice job taking the correct angle, even with Goodson's speed, not able to escape. Excellent form there by Eisworth to make the tackle.
Duncan's already made one from 25, from 40. This will be from 42. And it's good. He is perfect on the season and here tonight. 14-9 our score. 2 minutes in the third. 14-9 our score. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the third quarter.
I've been the biggest fan of Terry Bradshaw since I was a little kid. I told this story before. The first time he was at the game, I was playing in the NFL, had to go over and say hello. He's a lot of fun to be around.
I'm a big fan of that $250 of money. That's Johnny Lang. Got a flag on the play. Okay, Amber, thank you very much. Matt Campbell, you know, in his Iowa State squad, they have beaten 5 ranked teams since 2017, trying to knock off a 19th ranked Hawkeye squad. Purdy, the give. Johnny Lang, tripped up by Geno Stone. May have lost the yard.
Phil Parker is changing his style of calls here. Coming with pressure, run blitzes. You just can't let this Iowa State offense get comfortable.
Well, it's the worst field position they've seen today, so
it is.
You might as well get after it.
And he's trying to make it worse, making sure they don't get out of here. And of course, live by the sword, die by the sword. Sometimes you call those blitzes against the perfect offensive call. You have somebody out of position, can produce a big play.
2 seconds on the play clock. Purdy over the middle, crossing route. Deshante Jones. Oh, what a hit by Geno Stone. Take a listen to this hit.
I don't know, the fans not real happy on that one. I don't know if they saw it on the replay. It was helmet to helmet, not a defenseless player at that point.
3rd and 10. Under a minute. Purdy. That's incomplete.
Almost intercepted again. Going after Johnson, the freshman, but Kerner, the sophomore safety, is in position on this play. See Kerner right there. Does a nice job watching the eyes of Purdy, breaking on that ball. Almost comes over and gets the pick.
First 3 and out of the season for the Cyclones. Joel Rivera will have to punt this one away from his own end zone. And Nico Reganey standing at the Cyclone 40. He's got the sideline. Reganey forced out of bounds right before the 20. 15-yard pickup by Reganey. Tyler Goodson has checked in the backfield. 24 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. I formation. And it's Goodson. And tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. Anthony Johnson comes flying in. The sophomore once again out of St. Petersburg making a play.
Well, defensive coordinator John Haycock really had Johnson in the perfect place there. Try and go with the counter again with Tyler Goodson. Get him out the backside. Doesn't work. Nice call.
It's a rivalry game in the 4th quarter when we come back. 14-9, that's what they're playing for, the Cy Hawk Trophy. Stanley looking, incomplete. He was throwing in the direction of Sean Byer. Greg Eisworth with the coverage. Consider this, 7 of the last 15 of these Cy Hawk Trophy games have been decided by 1 score going into the 4th quarter. Well, we got that once again. And for the Hawkeyes, you may say, why just 3 field goals? Well, inside the 30-yard line, Hawkeyes 14 plays, a total of just 16 yards. Ivory Kelly Martin in the backfield. Stanley rolls right. He's got plenty of room to run. And steps out of bounds at the 12-yard line. And the Hawkeyes are knocking on the door again. 14-yard pickup.
And taking advantage of the legs of Stanley here. We said it before. He's not a burner. Not going to make a lot of guys miss. See, he's so dangerous. He's got pretty good acceleration right there. Does a nice job recognizing that the coverage has their back turned. Backs turned. An opportunity to pick up the first down.
See if they take a shot. Kelly to the 10. Pickup of 2, Eisworth.
Eisworth again almost had an interception on the play before the Nate Stanley first down. And Brian Ferentz, the offensive coordinator, goes with a tendency breaker there. You line up in I formation. You get the fullback going one way and the back going the other way. And that a lot of times can get defenders out of position. See Eisworth right there. Such a great player, disciplined player, able to come up and make another stop.
Smith-Marset at the top of your screen. Stanley keeps it. Hit. We're at the 6-yard line, about a yard shy of a first down. Jamal Johnson flushed him out.
They brought a corner blitz from that side. Stanley able to escape, and this is one of those. It's one of those thigh bruise kind of plays. Have been there before. Nate Stanley, he's hurting a little bit, but he's a player that understands the significance of this rivalry, and he wants to finish this thing out. No chance he's leaving this game with a thigh bruise.
3rd and 2 from the 6. Nate Weeding, your tight end at the top of your screen, along with Smith-Marset. This is Kelly. He's got a first down and brought down at about the 1-yard line. The junior out of Illinois.
Nice job stepping through the traffic right there. And penetration can kill running plays. But when you got a guy like Martin that does such a nice job negotiating the traffic, not panicking, get tough yardage down here in the red zone.
Stanley keeping it and pushed by Brady Ross. And the Hawkeyes score their first touchdown of the night. 7 plays, 6 of them on the ground. It looks like the Hawkeyes are going to go for 2. It's been 3 years since the Hawkeyes have converted a 2-point. Sargent in the backfield. Stanley rolls, pressure, throws, tipped, and nearly intercepted.
Stanley was feeling it.
Yeah, he should.
Thigh bruise or not, my man's excited about getting Iowa up in this game for the Cy Hawk Trophy.
15-14, our score here in the 4th quarter. The Cy-Hawk rivalry game, 67th meeting between these 2 in-state rivals. Nate Stanley, 1-yard touchdown, plunge. Caleb Shudak with the kick. Purdy again, the throw, caught this time by Wilson. And right there at the first down marker. Michael Ojemudia with the coverage.
Great throw there to the wide side of the field by Brock Purdy. You can see what kind of arm strength he has. When his mechanics are correct, get those feet planted, he can really deliver a great ball.
That's complete. Milton. DJ Johnson forces him out of bounds. Milton had that 73-yard touchdown catch. And now the Cyclones, little tempo here. Milton's got over 100 yards receiving. He's got 109, 5 catches. From their own 49. Over the middle, tight end, Kohler. First down and more. Jaimin Colbert with the stop, pickup of 15.
Kohler just sneaks across the formation, wide open. Just a coverage bust on that one. And Iowa on this drive, just way too much cushion, giving up these big chunk yardage. Credit to this Iowa State offense and offensive coordinator Tom Manning for making the play calls to hit those soft areas.
Purdy, Epinesa off the backside, flushes him.
Epinesa flushes. Schulte, who's replacing Reef in this game, not able to tackle Purdy. You see there, it just misses on the dive. Purdy able to get out of bounds.
There's a look at what Epinesa did last season. 2nd and 6 here for Purdy. That's caught. Milton. Another first down. 7-yard pickup.
This Iowa State offense very content, saying to Iowa, if you're not going to stop it, you're going to give us this kind of cushion. We're going to keep hitting these soft throws.
Another quick one to the outside. And once again to Milton. 8-yard pickup. The Cyclones have entered the red zone. Tom Manning pulling out all the stops here offensively for Iowa State. Deshante Jones at the top of your screen. They give Mwangu. Tripped up at the 11, but it's a first down. 6-yard pickup.
As a defensive coordinator, this is the area of the field, of course, where the field gets compressed vertically, so you don't need to protect your guys as much over the top. You can be a little bit more comfortable getting your defenders up closer. You'd see Phil Parker on the sideline, hoping his guys are ready.
Purdy keeps it. A couple. Kerner, Schulte with the stop for Iowa. 2nd and 8.
Got Jones and Petway lined up on the same side as Johnson, the freshman. See if they're going to take a shot to Purdy's right.
11th play of this drive. That's Petway at the top of your screen. And Deshante Jones. He's looking back to the end zone to the tight end Kohler. Too high.
Just a little bit too high there. Geno Stone in coverage, but he wouldn't have had much of a chance if Brock Purdy had the proper height on that one. But you can see underneath, Welch, the linebacker, really forced that throw to be as high as it was. He did a nice job being in position, forcing Purdy to get too much air on that ball.
12th play of this drive. Cyclones can get a first down. Purdy pumps, throws the fade, too high. He was looking for LaMichael Petway. A.J. Epinesa applied that pressure.
Well, I like what Ojemudia did on the back end of that one. Like, I'm laying off of this. No chance you're going to get a flag on me on this one. See, he's in coverage there on Petway. That's experience for you right there.
This is Connor Asali from 26 yards out. The junior, Naperville, Illinois. He knocks it through. We got us a duel here in Ames. Purdy, Stanley, Hawkeyes football when we come back. Touchback. How about you?
And Elvis never saw Star Wars. We can get back to that later.
Here's Stanley. Sargent, first down. Oh, nearly slipped. Bobby McMillan forces him out of bounds. We got upset alert here. Cyclone's trying to knock off the 19th ranked Hawkeyes. To be the first time since 2005 that a Cyclone squad has beaten a ranked Iowa football team.
We almost had a ranked versus ranked matchup in this one.
That would have been the first time ever.
Yeah, it would have been the first ever on that one.
Sargent remains in. The throw, he's got a man open. Brandon Smith. Eisworth forces him out of bounds, but an 18-yard pickup by the Hawkeyes.
At play action again. And they talked about this. Brian Ferentz thought that the opportunities downfield in that medium to deep range outside the numbers was the area where they thought that they could have some success against this Iowa State defense that in most ways very disciplined and stout.
Stanley again looking over the middle. Knocked away by Bayer. Lawrence White with the coverage. Bayer, he was going to the tight end.
White was the defender that got lost on that last play. Nice job covering up right there. Tried to get both tight ends up the seam that play. Changing up a little bit. You go outside the seam, outside the defense on the first play for the first down, and then try to go straight up the seam. Trying to mix things up.
Sargent, right side. Drop at about the 20. Marcel Spears Jr. tripped him up. 6-yard pickup.
Nice job sealing the edge on this one. Great job by that Iowa offensive line, especially at the right tackle spot.
3rd and 4. Coming up on 5 minutes left in this game. Hawkeyes are 10 of 16 on 3rd down. They've converted 63% of them. Here comes the pressure. Stanley throwing. Up top. He's knocked away. Almost intercepted. He was looking at Nico Reganey.
Just a little bit too much air on that one. He gives White an opportunity to get over and almost intercept that one. If he hits Reganey a few yards earlier on that one, doesn't get as much air underneath it, White doesn't have a chance to get over and knock that one away.
From 39 yards out, Duncan, he's been perfect. Knocks it through. And the Hawkeyes retake the lead. 1 point, under 5 minutes left. This is what they're playing for. The Cy Hawk Trophy. The finish when we come back. We got a 1-point game, under 5 minutes left. 67th meeting, Cy Hawk rivalry. And Keith Duncan has been the story thus far. 4 for 4 when it comes to field goals. And it's the 3rd lead change of this quarter between these two in-state rivals.
I mean, could this day have ended any differently? This is just amazing.
Johnny Lane, the touchback. Purdy. Over the middle. Milton. First down. 21-yard pickup. 8 catches, 144 yards receiving. Career highs for him. Clock keeps on ticking. Nwangu. Left side. Cross midfield. Powers his way. 17-yard run. Knocked out of bounds at the Hawkeye 36.
Well, Nwangu's burst is just the difference. Again, when you have a back like that, that is that fast, the scheme of the defense can get them in the right place. Guys can just be a step too slow to make the tackle, and that's exactly what happened there. That's why they like having Nwangu back there.
Low snap. Throw. Caught. That's Kohler, the tight end. 7-yard pickup for the Cyclones.
Ojemudia, nice tackle there. Physical corner. Comes up, makes a nice stop.
Cyclones have 2 timeouts left. Hawkeyes have 3. 3 minutes left in the game. Purdy copped it, slick. 3rd down coming, a loss of 5.
Like Purdy was going to try and keep this one, but Jaimin Colbert was in perfect position, had his eyes on Purdy the whole time. Even if Purdy had not slipped there, probably would not have gained any yardage, maybe even lost a yard or so.
So that pushes them back to the Hawkeye 39. 3rd down. Here comes pressure. Purdy throws, almost intercepted, knocked away by DJ Johnson, but there's a flag.
Could be a roughing penalty where that flag is.
Dan Capron.
Personal foul. Illegal hands to the face. Offense number 63. The penalty will be declined, and it brings up 4th down.
And how about the young freshman Johnson rising up and making a big play on this one? See the hands to the face, right in the middle. Love seeing young players rise up, and of course Iowa State would have had the penalty anyway, and they could have accepted it if they had completed that pass. Johnson got burned early on the double pass to Petway. They've gone after him a number of times.
4th and 13 for the Cyclones. Purdy throwing up top, nearly knocked away, and another flag by the freshman DJ Johnson.
Just a step early. A freshman again playing because Hankins, the normal starter, out with a hamstring injury, does a nice job breaking on this ball, but just makes contact.
On the play. Holding. Offense.
Wow.
Number 74. Pass interference. Defense. Number 12. The fouls will offset. Repeat 4th down.
Wow.
You talk about a sigh of relief.
Well, if you're Iowa State, yes.
Well, I guess they both are. Because the game would have been over.
Yep.
If it was just the hold.
Yep. So both teams with a sigh of relief here. We'll do it all over again. 4th and 13. 2 minutes. Hawkeyes trying to confuse that offensive line of the Cyclones. Milton at the top of your screen. DeJounte Jones in the slot. Purdy looking their way. And overthrows. And Jack Kerner just knocks it down. Hawkeyes will take possession of the football. The lead with 2 minutes left.
Really not many places to go, and certainly the Iowa defense was ready for it right there, and those two young players were there, ready for that one. And see Coach Ferentz, longest tenured coach in all of college football, happy to greet his players on the sideline right there.
Well, these Hawkeyes have won 9 straight non-conference games since their 2017 season opener, looking to extend that streak. They've won 4 straight of these rivalry games against the Cyclones. Sargent, the carry. Cyclones have got 2 timeouts. And they're going to use one here. Here comes second down. Once again, Sargent. Give him one. Marcel Spears with the stop. And another timeout by the Cyclones.
Timeout, Iowa State.
You know, if the Clones can get a stop, they could probably get the ball back with about a minute to play. Stanley rolling, throws, and knocked out of bounds is Weeding. He's pushed out. Lawrence White pushed him out.
Every yard counts on this one, and you have 2 returners back there because you don't want a ball hitting the ground. You want to try and get as much of the yards as you can on this return.
Jones and Milton standing back at their own 20. As he tried to field it.
Yeah.
Hawkeyes recover it. It's Devontae Young, and it looked like a Cyclone ran into his own man.
Well, I've been a returner, and when you're a returner and you see a short kick like that with a low trajectory, you do what's most people do what they call the Peter call, and you got to let the guys know that the kick is short and that you're going to be coming up to field it so that they know to get out of the way.
Datrone Young ran into Deshaunte Jones, and the Hawkeyes recover it, and they're going to walk out of here with a victory. And for the 5th straight year, the Hawkeyes are going to claim the Cy Hawk Trophy. And I just remember Coach Ferentz telling us special teams, turnovers, and he said no dumb mistakes will win this football game. And you know what? We've just seen all 3 of these. Special teams with their kicking game, turnover. One of them went to Iowa State, and that one is a silly mistake.
Yeah, really a mistake that shouldn't happen, and who knows what would have happened if Iowa State had gotten the ball, if they would have been able to get it down the field. We'd love to see them have the opportunity, though, and just a play that's simple mechanics. Again, returners just got to alert the blocking team there, the punt or the return blocking team, but it's a short kick. But you have to be aware of that as one of those guys on that unit as well, and just know the situation in the game.
And we've said it a number of times. Coach Ferentz and his team have not turned the football over in this rivalry game since 2015. Cyclones, 2 turnovers here tonight.
-2 turnover ratio in games. Below 10% to win football games, especially when you're going against a talented team like Iowa. But credit to Iowa State, they fought the whole way in this game. Didn't look rattled. We obviously had a number of delays, number of distractions. They fought hard.